Hi there, boys and girls. I have another book to read to you today about planting seeds. And the last time we read a book about children planting seeds in their classroom in a little cup. Let's see what this one's about. It's called The Surprise Garden, and it is by Zoe Hall, and the illustrations are by Sherry Halpern. And let's see what we see on the cover of this book. So we see a little bunny and a butterfly. We see a puppy and a ladybug. And then we see some vegetables, it looks like. I see a radish and a squash, some lettuces and spinach maybe, a carrot over here. Well, let's see what happens. We're planting the seeds for a surprise garden. Can you guess what will grow? So, look at these seeds. You can tell they're all different shapes and sizes. I see some that look like little circles and bigger circles. Some that look like a crescent. I see green ones and brown ones and beige ones. Some of these are striped. I wonder what they're going to grow into. We don't know. It's a surprise. First, we use our trowel and rake to loosen the soil. So these children are planting theirs in the ground, not in a little cup. So the first thing you have to do when you're planting in your yard is really loosen up the area that you're going to plant in. So they're raking it and digging. It looks like the puppy's helping too. Mom has given us each a handful of all kinds of seeds. Look at all the different shapes and sizes. So on this page, they've sorted them out. So they have put all the like seeds in a pile together. They looked at the shapes and sizes and colors and then separated them so they'd all be together. We poke the seeds into the soil one by one. We have painted sticks different colors to mark the different kinds of seeds. So, when they planted, let's say they planted all of these seeds in one spot, and then maybe they put the blue stick, so they knew that those were going to be the blue ones. Maybe they put all of these seeds in an area and picked the pink stick. So that's what they did here on this picture. Then we water the seeds and wait for our surprise garden to grow. So they're using a hose to water, a watering can, and a big watering can. What's another way that your seeds could get water? Rain, that's right. Rain can water the seeds too. But if a few days go by and it hasn't rained, you want to be sure you're watering your outdoor gardens really good. Soon the seeds sprout into small green shoots. Now, do all the shoots look the same to you all? There are some similarities, aren't there? They're all green, but some of them are lighter greens and darker greens. This one has lots of little edges. This one's a little bit smoother. These are shaped more like ovals. Look, these are taller and kind of leaning over. They're all different plants, aren't they? What else can you see in the soil? I see a ladybug and a worm. Ooh, and a little spider. Oh, and a bunny. We water the plants and the sun warms them. Our garden grows and grows. On some plants, flowers bloom. So I can see some blooms up on these. And I don't see any blooms on these, any little flower blooms, but oh, there's some over here. So there's white ones here. There's some yellow ones over here. I don't see any up here. What about over here? Oh, yep. There's some more blooms over there. It's really getting easier to see the differences in the plants now that they're getting bigger, isn't it? Different shapes and different sizes. Some are growing up tall. Some look like they're growing more across the ground. What all do we see in the picture in this one? I see a bird. Oh, a bumblebee. Remember from our story about the bumblebees? I bet it's going from flower to flower, collecting the pollen. Here's another bumblebee down here. There's a little watering can. And a butterfly and a worm. Oh no. And there's that bunny hiding back there behind that plant. Before long, the petals fall off. Surprise, we see peas, beans, and squash. So in the spot where there used to be a flower, there's vegetables now. So here's little pea pods. So they're like a long pod, but if you look inside, there's little peas in there. There, they took one out. It used to be right there. Here's some beans. Oh, and there's the squash. And the big squash grew right from where the little flower used to be. Oh, I see a dragonfly in this picture. On some plants, leaves grow close to the ground. Surprise! We see spinach and lettuce. So they don't grow on a tall vine. Spinach leaves are growing right here close to the ground, and the lettuces too. And what is growing here? Surprise! We see broccoli and cauliflower. So it started off with the green plants, and then in the middle, there's some cauliflower growing. And what's in the middle over here? Broccoli. Oh, and we have a butterfly and a little ladybug on this page. Is anything else growing here? Surprise! We find carrots and radishes. They are growing under the ground. So if you just look at the top, you don't see the carrots and radishes growing. You have to pull it out. So this is what the radish looked like. And when the little boy pulled it out of the ground, pop, there was the little radish on the bottom. And then the carrots look like this when they're growing. And then when they pull them out, there's a carrot that's underneath the ground. But see how the leaves are the same, so we know that this one's going to be a carrot right underneath the ground when they're ready to pull it out. Here is the longest plant in our garden. Flowers bloomed on this plant too. Surprise! We find a big watermelon. Wow, look at that. They had to have a pretty big garden to grow watermelon plants, didn't they? Look how happy she is. Oh, I see an ant in this one. Here is the tallest plant in our garden. Surprise! It's a sunflower, and it is full of tasty seeds. Sunflower plants grow very tall, and look, the bird is coming that way. You think it's going to have some of the seeds? It might. All summer long, the food in our surprise garden ripens. We like to pick the food. and eat it too. Surprise! We're having a garden party. So they made a party with all the food they grew in their garden. So you can see they have in their big salad, there's lettuce and spinach and peas and broccoli and cauliflower and carrots and beans. They put it all in there. And watermelon on the side. Oh, and look over here on this little plate, they have some of their sunflower seeds. And here's a picture of all the seeds and then what they grow into. So we have this little pea seed grew into the pea plants. And this little bean seed grew into beans. They had a tiny little seed like this, became the spinach. And this one, that's kind of slanted, it became lettuce. We have this round one here, became broccoli. This one became cauliflower. You can hardly see the cauliflower because it's white. A seed like that became a carrot. This one is a beet. This little seed like this became a squash. This one became a watermelon, and if you look closely, it looks a lot like the seeds inside the watermelon, doesn't it? Yeah, they're the same. And this one became a sunflower. Now, some of these are pretty tricky to know just by looking at the seeds which plant you're going to get, which fruit or vegetable. Pretty fun. Well, I hope you're able to enjoy the day. It is a beautiful sunny day today, and I'm going to try to enjoy some time outside too. And I hope you get a chance to plant something. That might be something fun you can do with your family, like these children did with their family. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you have a great weekend. I'll be back on Tuesday to do calendar time with you. Bye-bye.